Hello, thank you for joining me. We've got a really fun, fluid, moving flow today. So we're going to start standing. Our feet will be just a little bit wider than hip width apart. I'm just going to start by rocking the weight side to side. It's coming over to the left, over to the right. Maybe allowing your hips to follow, bending through the knees. Maybe lift the toes, kind of create circles through the hips, pressing each toe pad back into the earth. Finding some soft movement through the legs, upper body is still. Maybe bending one knee and then the other, shifting the hips a little bit further, and then maybe bringing the shoulders into it. Finding a little sway, a little movement. Maybe you close down the eyes and just start to feel the weight shifting through the soles of the feet. Maybe you start to rock forwards and backwards as you bend through the knees. Allowing your spine to be nice and tall here. Taking any movement that feels good, maybe bringing the head and neck into it, rolling through some little half neck rolls. Few more breaths. Be feeling into those movements. And then we'll come back into stillness in your own time, nice and slowly, slowing it down into ground through the feet. Feel that connection of soles to earth. Still a soft bend through the knees here. The legs are soft, you can kind of find that little bounce. And your chest is coming over your hips. Neck's nice and long, shoulders are relaxed. Maybe take a shoulder roll. Just release any tensions that are building up there. As you inhale in, you'll reach the arms up overhead, bending the knees. Drop the shoulders away from the ears and reach the fingertips nice and tall. From here we're going to take some releasing breaths. So we'll exhale and sigh out through the mouth. As we do so, we'll bend into a forward fold. So you can watch me for the first few. Soft in the knees still, lifting through the fingertips. Inhale in, exhale, sigh, and fold. Inhale, reach up, exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, exhale, fold. Really push that air out through the mouth. Allowing the arms to be heavy as you fold forward. Few more breaths. Inhale, reach. Exhale, sigh and fold. Inhale, reach. Last one. Exhale. Sigh and fold. Stay in your forward fold with the knees bent. Feet still just a little bit wider than hip width apart. Inhale, tuck the chin in towards the chest and slowly unravel yourself all the way back up into a standing position. We'll inhale in, sweep the arms back behind us, interlace the fingertips, draw the shoulders down the back body, squeeze the palms together. Inhale in, exhale, lift the chest, lift the arms, they're coming back behind you. Nice stretch through the shoulder blades here, and just notice if you started to tilt your pelvis forward and push the bottom out. See if you can imagine tucking your bum under, so you can picture kind of a dog where it's really sad and it's tucking its tail under. Finding that lift through the spine, so it's a nice straight stretch through from the crown of the head all the way to the base of the spine, that tailbone. All the while you're lifting the fingertips up towards the ceiling. One more deep breath in, and then exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips, arms still back behind us. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, chest to thigh, bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale in, release the palms. Tuck the chin in towards the chest. Exhale here, release everything out. And then inhale, slowly unravel vertebrae by vertebrae, restacking the spine, coming all the way up into standing. If you aren't already at the top of your mat, make your way there in your own time, in your own way. Coming to stand at the top of our mat, grounding through the feet. Grounding through our feet. Start to shift the weight into the tips of the toes, bend through the knees. Inhale in, sweep the arms down to come up and lift up onto the tips of your toes. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, palms face together. Core's nice and engaged. Inhale in, exhale, sweep the arms behind you. Inhale to reach. Exhale, sweep the arms behind you. Find some fluidity moving through the hands. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, sweeping back. Keep the chest lifted. Inhale, reach up. Fingertips coming all the way to the ceiling. Soft bend in the knees. Keep reaching. Exhale, you'll come down into a forward fold, staying up on the tips of the toes. Bend the knees as much as you need to bring your palms to the earth or your fingertips to the earth. So your belly is melting towards the thighs. Inhale in, find length through the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, chin to chest. Inhale in, drop the heels down, plant the palms, step the right foot back, step the left foot back. Come into a plank or a half plank. Drop those knees if you need to. Find strength here. Inhale in, exhale, shift it all the way back to your downward facing dog. In our downward facing dog, we're going to softly bend through the knees. And this will allow our chest to come closer towards our thighs. So often we're pushing to bring our heels down. But today we're working through the spine to find that length. So even if you can bring your heels to the mat, just experiment here with bending through the knees. So you're pushing through all 10 fingertips. Maybe see if you can find some space through the shoulders by turning the elbow creases towards the ceiling. One more deep breath here. As you inhale, you'll straighten through the left leg. Exhale, feel that stretch through the left calf. Inhale in, shift the right leg all the way up overhead. Exhale, knee comes in towards the chest. Hold here, hover. Exhale, plant the right foot down, lower the left knee. Inhale and sweep the arms all the way up overhead, crescent lunge. Find that lift and then sink down through the hips. Inhale in, exhale, sweep the arms back behind you, keeping the chest lifted. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep. Plant the palms. Step it all the way back into your downward facing dog. Find that bend in the knees, that lift through the hips. Chest melts towards the thighs. Inhale in. Exhale. Inhale, straighten through the right leg this time. Exhale, feel that stretch through the calf. Inhale, left leg comes up. Take a breath, keep lifting, kicking that heel towards the ceiling. One more breath. And as you exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest. Hover here. And exhale, plant the left foot down, lower the right knee. Inhale in, crescent lunge. Exhale, sink into the hips as you bring the arms back, lifting through the chest. Inhale to reach. Exhale, sweep the arms back, maybe lifting the gaze, finding a back bend. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, plant the palms, step it all the way back into your high plank. You can stay in a high plank or lower onto the knees if you need to. Turn the elbow creases to face the front of the mat. Inhaling, keeping that length through the spine, cores nice and engaged as your heels push back behind you. One more breath here. Exhale, lower the knees if they weren't already lowered. Bringing the elbows to tuck in towards the body. Squeezing everything as you lower the chest down onto the mat. Inhaling, lift up into your cobra. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up, cobra, squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the elbows, press into the tops of the feet. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Curl under the toes of the feet. Push all the way up into a plank or come onto the knees if you need to. Maybe test that strength. Strong in your plank. Exhale, peel it back. Downward facing dog. Find that bend through the knees. Start to open up through the shoulders. Neck's nice and heavy, drawing towards the earth. Maybe testing it by giving a little shake. Inhaling, peel the gaze forward, bend even deeper through the knees, and maybe see if you can jump all the way to the front of your mat. If you fall, if you wiggle, or if you really just don't want to, that's okay, it's just there as an option. Inhaling, lift up halfway, find length through the neck, through the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms down to come up and lift up onto the tiptoes. Keeping that balance, fingertips reach towards the ceiling, shoulders pull down the back body, cores nice and engaged. Inhaling in, exhale, hands come through to heart center. Inhale in, exhale. Grounding through the sole of the right foot. You're inhaling, sweep the arms up, sweep the left leg all the way up. So keeping the knee bent, maybe pointing the toes, lifting that knee as high as you can, little higher. Shoulders still away from the ears. One more inhale, exhale. See if you can keep your hands lifted as you start to shift the left leg back, all the way back behind you. Step out into your warrior two. Inhale in, find your warrior, arms out at the sides. Adjust as much as you need to, find your warrior here. Inhale in, find length in the spine. Exhale, melting down into the thighs. So grounding down through the thighs. Then we'll just start to encourage some movement through the arms, bending the elbows. So often we're rigid in our postures, but see if you can bring that movement into it. Maybe feeling into the shoulders, traveling up and down the spine. Take it as big or as small as you like here. Still grounding down through those feet. Tailbone tucks under. Inhaling, come back into stillness, find length through the fingertips. And then start to shift the weight forwards, turn the right palms and face the ceiling. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhaling, find length through the side body. Exhale, open out into your warrior two. Inhale in, and you're going to kind of cartwheel the arms so the left arm comes forward, right arm goes back. See if you can then bring your right arm all the way back onto the left leg. Find a twisted warrior here. Inhaling, lift through the chest, through the spine. So imagine your rib cage is being lifted. Exhale, deepening into this twist. Inhale in, exhale, cartwheeling back, find your reverse warrior. Inhale in, exhale, cart round, find your twist. Keeping your balance here. Inhale, exhale, cartwheel the arms forwards. Plant the palms and step it all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale and shift forwards into your plank pose. Exhale, lower through the knees, chest. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees here as much as you need to. Inhale in, exhale, chest to thighs. Inhale, lift the gaze, bend deeper through the knees, and maybe you try and take that jump again. Know that it's okay just to step to the front of the mat. If you want to take the jump, try pulsing through the legs. Inhale in, exhale, jumping to the front of the mat. Inhale in, halfway lift, find length through the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, coming up onto those tiptoes. Find that length as the shoulders come away from the ears. Inhale in, exhale, hands come through to heart center, heels lower to the mat. Shifting the weight now into the left foot, and we're picking the right knee all the way up. High as you can here, engage your core, find your drishti, your focus point. Inhale in, exhale, keeping that focus in front of you, really engaging through the core. Maybe inviting a soft bend into that left knee as you shift the right foot all the way, all the way back. Coming back into your warrior two. So my left side is a lot harder for me to balance on, and especially on a carpeted floor, but pandemic times, we're making do. So open out into your warrior two. Find your stability, find your grounding here. Tucking that tailbone under slightly, finding length through the neck, opening the arms out. And once you feel stable here, start to feel into that movement through the arms. Maybe imagining you've got wings, or you're running your hands along something lovely and soft, or even running them through water. You see what comes up here, what imagery is alive for you today. Grounding into the feet, lowering the hips. Make the movements as big or as small as you like. Coming into that Ujjayi breath, deep ocean breath. Inhale in, open back out into your warrior two. Shift the hands, the front arm forward, turning the palm up to face the ceiling. Exhale, find your reverse warrior. Inhale and find that length. Exhale, deepening into the fold. Inhale in, exhale, come through center. We'll cartwheel the hands, find our reverse warrior on the left hand side. So you're inhaling, keep the chest lifted, your left hand's coming to the top of the right thigh. Inhale in, and then exhale, maybe bending deeper into the left leg, lifting the gaze, lifting the chest. Inhale in, exhale, open out, reverse warrior. Inhaling through center, cartwheeling round, reverse warrior twist. Inhale in, exhale. exhale, cuddle both arms forward. Step it all the way back into your plank. Find your strength here. Coming onto the knees if you need to, or lengthening through the spine. Engaging your core. Inhale, shift the weight forwards. Lowering the knees if you need to. Lowering the chest. Inhale, rise up, cobra. Exhale, shift it all the way back. Downward facing dog, knees bent. Inhale in, exhale, chest to thighs. Inhale in, pick the bottom up, straighten through the legs, shift it all the way into your plank. Exhale, bend the knees, melt the chest down. Come back into that bent leg, downward dog. Inhale, shift through to plank. Exhale, bend the knees, downward facing dog. One more, inhale, shift through to plank. Exhale, bend the knees, downward facing dog. Imagine you're trying to curl yourself up into a little ball in your downward facing dog. Inhale in, and then exhale. Release the knees to the earth, come onto the tops of the feet. Stretch the arms out long. Maybe your forehead comes to the earth. Melting the chest down, maybe rocking from side to side. Just a few moments to ground down. It's really nice in your child's pose to have your forehead connecting to something. So if it doesn't come to the earth, maybe grab yourself a block, just so you've got something for your forehead to come onto, and then maybe rock the forehead from side to side. You can keep the arms out long in front of you if you want that little shoulder stretch, or you can bring them down at the sides. Just experiment with what works for you here. A couple more breaths, feeling in our child's pose. Maybe you take that stillness, that soft serenity. Going to inhale in, tuck your chin in towards your chest and slowly unravel. Sitting up into our hero's pose, so bringing the shoulders back behind you. Take a breath in our hero's pose. Feel the length through the spine, that lift through the chest, navel's engaged, tucking the tailbone under. It's a really simple pose, this one. You can feel the strength of your upper body, helping you to sit up tall. And the softness of the lower body as it's supported by the earth. Lifting the gaze. We're going to bring the knees to about hip width. I'm just going to shift forward on my mat. So knees will come out about hip width. And we're going to take dancing cow. So anyone that's got me on Instagram, you will have seen me doing this earlier in the week, and it's a lovely chest opening movement flow. So we're going to start by bringing the right hand back behind us. Fingertips can face towards you or away. I prefer to do this with my fingertips facing away, but whatever works for you. And as you inhale, you'll sweep the left arm up, lift the hips, lift the gaze. Exhale, we'll bring the hips down, swing the left arm all the way back behind you, sweep the right arm forward and back. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, sweeping forwards, coming around onto the right side. Exhale, lift the hips, lift the chest, maybe dropping the head back. Inhale and sweep forwards. Exhale, lift. Find your own movement here. Inhale, sweep forwards. Exhale, lift. Inhale, sweep forwards. One more time each side. Exhale, lift, finding that space through the back. Inhaling, sweep forwards. Exhale, lift. Last one. Inhaling, sweeping forwards. Exhale to lift. Inhaling, sweep forwards, melt the bottom down. Come down into a wide leg child's pose. Or a semi-wide legged child's pose. Find length through the spine, so maybe you lift the head, find that length, and then melt the chest back down again. Softening everything here. Forehead to earth. So we've been moving so much through this practice today. And it's great to move into our bodies, to release that energy, to kind of feel into the flow rather than just holding static movements or static postures. But with so much movement and so much going on, we need to take the time to ground down, to soften, and to be on our mat. So just allow that time now. Two more breaths in our wide leg child's pose. Bring the chin in towards the chest, walk the hands in front of you, and then just shift the weight over onto the bum. Bring the feet flat on the mat, shift the bottom towards the feet. You know where we're going with this. This last little bit of core strengthening. Reach the arms forward, grounded into the feet, and slowly lower yourself all the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae, onto the mat. Slow as you can go. My core just kind of gave up on me there. And then slowly lowering all the way down, feeling the spine uncurl as the head comes flat onto the earth. Let's walk our hands out into a T, so bending at the elbows, palms facing towards the ceiling, tucking the tailbone under so that the sacrum or the low back comes flat on the earth. You'll lift the feet up, bring the knees in towards the chest. Take a breath in, and then from your core, exhale, dropping the knees over towards the left. So right shoulder should be nice and heavy here. You can bring your left palm onto the left knee just to deepen into our twist. Finding time to ground in. Feel into the softness of your mat. Feel the calmness after the movement of our flow. And just know that you can always come back into this stillness, no matter how chaotic life may seem, how detached or how no matter how out of control you may think you feel, just know that you've got this calm serenity that you can find within yourself by just being in your body, in your breath. Releasing the left arm, engaging through the core and shifting the legs all the way back into center. Take a breath, Exhale, drop the knees over towards the right, ground through the left shoulder. Maybe left palm comes to left knee, deepening into that twist. Really softening through the breath now. Inhale in, moving from your core, bring the knees all the way back in. Give yourself a hug by wrapping the arms around the legs. Maybe shifting from side to side, maybe bringing your nose up to meet your knee. And then there's two options here. You can either roll yourself softly up into a seated position, or you can just roll over to the side and use your hands to help you up. But if you want to take that roll, bring the hands onto the backs of the thighs, keeping your core just softly engaged, lifting the tailbone up and shifting the legs back. Exhale, melting through the spine, coming up onto the bum. Maybe you take a few rolls and just have some fun with it for the last few beats of the practice. Stretching through the spine, kind of like a self-massage. 2 more rolls if you want to take them. And then come up into a seated position. We'll take a deep breath in as we sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, bringing them through heart center. One cleansing breath to release our practice. Closing down the eyes, softening the gaze. Inhale in. Exhale to sigh. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's flow. I certainly did, and hopefully I will see you all again soon.